Hey, welcome to Iron Dinos. Today we've got Games with Gold, Lost Planet 2. Enjoy this intro and we'll be with you in a bit.
It is year 12 of the after-trial era. Half a century since colonization began on the planet of EDM-3. During the colonization, some of the settlers rebelled against Nevik. These rebels came to be known as Snow Pirates. The so-called Snow Pirates fought until they forced Nevik to withdraw from the planet in 18-2.
No! Stay with me, kid! Snow Pirates! What? He's got a harmonizer.
With a newfound power source known as thermal energy, the Snow Pirates utilized the Harmonizer, a device which gave them superhuman regenerative abilities. It is AT-12, and EDM-3 still shows no signs of being able to shake off the chaos that envelops her.
Okay guys, welcome back. This is Lost Planet 2. It is a third-person shooter developed and published by Capcom and Beeline Interactive. The initial release was 20th of April 2010 and is one of this month's Games with Gold. So guys, have you played any of Lost Planet?
I have. I've played the prologue and the first two missions.
Oh, okay.
I went from this is all right to I'm not going to get into this to actually I'm quite enjoying myself. It's all coming quite naturally now. And I didn't mean to play the second mission, but I just kept going. So I think that's a good sign. It's got all the things I might want in a game. It's not really my type of game, but I say it drew me in a little bit, and it's basically just shoot the big creatures and run around in a third-person world finding stuff to do, and you've got grappling hooks and big beasts with glowing things to shoot. So, it's very, very fun game, I thought.
Oh, excellent. What about you, Sean?
I was a really big fan of the first one. I played it through twice, I think. I think I played it on normal and then again on hard because I really enjoyed it. Again, it was... This one got a lot of bad press at the time, and that's the only reason I didn't play it. As you know, the 360 is probably my favourite console for variety of all times. It's not like there wasn't 100 other things I could be playing, so I just went, okay, definitely. Well, I really like the first one. I played through all of it. It doesn't bother me too much if I don't play through it, and I just never got round to it. Now I probably will.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I played probably about 3 or 4 missions, and I really got into it. Really enjoyed it. I will admit, I found the training very weird and jarring. And
I didn't go back to that. Yeah. I started the training level, didn't really get far with it, and then just started playing just to see how I got on. And I enjoyed it far more playing it than training. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, exactly what I did.
Judging from the looks of it, it kind of gives you prompts, at least in the early phase, of what you need to do and what you need to press anyway, so...
Yeah, I mean, this first beginning bit, I actually thought was Mission 1. It's not. It's kind of like a pre-mission
like a prologue.
Teaches you how... Yeah, it kind of teaches you how to play the game.
See, that's what I was waiting for.
If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have done the training.
Yeah, I'm not convinced actually now looking at this that the training is meant to be training before this. I think you're supposed to do this and then you it's a little safety area to run around and practice your skills. I don't think you're supposed to do it first. although I did at the time.
Oh, okay.
But it makes more sense to just sort of go off into a little area and do it later. Like a Lara Croft mansion thing to test out your jumping and things skills.
Okay, so you're like that, is it? You're going to cower up here on this ledge rather than run down and fight it like a man.
Sounds very sensible.
God, yeah. I totally cheesed half of this fight. I'd never played it before. I was like, no, I'm cheesing this. But then he runs away in a minute, and I'm like, oh, God damn it.
So
I can't see his glowing bits yet. Ah, there's glowing bits.
So you've got 3 other characters. That was close. 3 other characters listed there. I believe the original version of the game wanted those to be a multiplayer experience, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, so this, when you go into the game, it is all geared up for online playing with your friends. Can play it multiplayer as in local, but you can just add 3 AIs, which is what I've done, and they randomly generated some names. So.
Yeah.
I call them imaginary friends.
I seem to recall the co-op thing being part of it, and if from the looks of it looks like you could. I'm sure in the original version you could also just have 3 AIs. I doubt they'd have programmed it just for this version. But speaking of which, do you think this was upscaled? I mean, it's Capcom, so they do put a lot into the into their graphics. They, like the likes of Nintendo, you're getting a good looking game, but I think this is upscaled very nicely if that's what they've done.
I'm pretty sure they have. When I was looking at it initially, I was thinking, wow, yeah, I'm really into these graphics. It's really good. It kind of, for me, it kind of holds up to a certain extent against other third player shooters of like now. So
I think so, yeah.
I mean, there's some parts of it that you can tell are a bit janky, but other than that, it holds up quite nice.
The main issue I kept having was with the grappling hook thing. I kept pressing the button you'd press in Arkham Asylum to do it, and not the one you're supposed to do in this game. I just I might, if you can change the controls, which I think you can, I might see if that's a possibility, because I just kept naturally doing the Batman thing. But other than that, yeah, it's got a button to sort of swivel to your left and swivel to your right, which when they all start attacking from different angles was very handy to use. I think as a sort of scared, what's that thing?
Yeah, for sure. A little secret for you. In the pre-bit where you see me first shoot the grappling hook, that actually took me about 5-6 attempts. I just totally deleted it out.
Oh, the magic of editing.
Oh yeah. I just kept pressing like X again, because it says to press X again to stop the grappling hook. So I assumed that's what you did to like get off the grappling hook to get up, but in the end I was just pressing jump and it worked. So. So the difference between this storyline and the first storyline is there's a civil war basically between different fractions of the EDM 3, and they've done a lot of terraforming, which has melted the ice and gave way to what you see now, which is all jungle and vegetation. These guys aren't used to it. They think it smells like absolute shit, I believe is his actual term in the game. And so you've got all these different fractions, and through this game you play as multiple different fractions, so you see it from multiple different viewpoints, which I think is quite a nice touch.
So it's quite interesting that they've moved away from one of the biggest USPs of the original was the cold mechanic, in that you would have to battle the big scary monsters because they drop like that you take on board, and that stops you freezing to death. So I wonder if that's been replaced in this game, or if it might just be health this time around. Do you know what I mean? It seems odd to take one of your USPs and completely drop it. Oh, I see. It's working as it's working as XP from the look of it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so it that powers all your weapons, all the bots, and all your mechanical stuff. It is essentially the life force of everything.
Yeah, so they just retooled it from the first game of. I think it did a similar thing in the first one actually, but they just retooled it from you'll freeze to death if you don't have this to a bit of a multi-purpose salve.
Yeah.
Whatever a better word.
Yeah, as I say, like the weapons on it, I found fantastic.
Oh yes,
a good variety. That's for damn sure. In fact, in a bit you'll see me come across a bazooka type, rocket launcher type gun, and I love it. It creates I first see it and I go, ooh.
So you said you played 4 levels of this, yeah?
Yeah.
Is there like a boss monster at the end of each of them, or how are they structured?
You kind of face creatures like this all the way through, really.
Yeah.
They kind of pop up through the mission like this, and you play as different fractions as well. So I believe, if I'm getting it correctly, this is the Snow Pirates as you're playing as now.
you still look a bit lost on this, Lost Planet. But.
Yeah. Yeah, and because they're completely not used to this sort of environment. And you play later as the Jungle Pirates, and I believe that there's a few more that you play as, and yeah, so it's all from different viewpoints, and it's there you go. There's the bazooka.
Here we go.
Give me rocket launcher. Yes. And then I spot some armor. I was like, oh.
Do you find the AI companion people know what they're doing, or do you have to guide them about? Is it like playing with real people?
Do you know what? I really was quite impressed with this AI. As other AIs I've found in other games, they get in the way or they do things you don't want them to. Whereas this, they don't hamper your progress or hamper what you're trying to do at all. And as you can see, that they shoot the enemy and help you out, and
because you might know more than I do about this, but the bit where I stopped playing was just introducing a new level where I had to make some turbines or something go into the earth or something, keep them going for 2 minutes, and it suggested to me that we all the players go off and do different bits at the same time. And I'm thinking, well, I can't do that because I didn't even have any bots. I said just me on my own. I didn't have any extra people with me. Because I like to, even in multiplayer with bots, I still like to play on my own. But that's where I turned it off because I was running out of time.
Yeah, no, the AIs totally take over that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It is all geared up for 4 players, and if you play as 4 players, there is an extra element to it. Can you see down in the left? It says T ENG supply.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can fire that and hold it and charge it up, and what it does, it will fire a circle down on the ground to wherever you aim, and your teammates, if they're running low on their essential source, the thermal energy, they can then run over that. And
that's what it stands for.
A load of energy.
Dang. Thermal energy. Cool stuff.
Basically, yeah. So I found that quite good, and because if you run out of it, it is essentially game over. So yeah, I actually didn't know what this red line was.
It's the thin red line.
I suddenly realised it was the end of the level. I was like, oh yeah. So, last thoughts. What do you think of the game?
I'm definitely going to play it. It's watching that little thing has reignited my interest in giving it a go. So yeah, I'll definitely play it.
I was impressed. I'll give it another go.
Oh, thumbs up all round.
Excellent. So thank you for watching, and catch you next time. See ya.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen.
Say goodbye.